Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. Today is time for part 34 of Season 3 and part 151 of the series as a whole. In today's episode we go to the round of 16 of the Scottish Open, playing against the home favourite, the Wizard of Wishaw, John Higgins, in a best of 5 frames match. For some reason I did select the settings to get for long matches for this round, but for some reason it didn't do so it will for the next round. I know that this can sometimes, I know my good friend Captain Goodspeed's career mode, this sometimes happens as well. So it's best to the best 7. Quite a good record against John Higgins, actually. We first faced him in the International Championship 2 years ago in the semi-final. We beat him by 3 frames to 1. Then we beat him in the Champion of Champions quarter-final in Season 1. Then we beat him in the Northern Ireland Open in Season 1. Then the Scottish Open. So we had a real run of playing against John Higgins quite regularly. And we beat him by 3 frames to 0 in the quarter-final of this event in Season 1. Of course, we went on to win this event in Season 1. We then lost to John Higgins the next time we played against him for him to end the rut. And he beat us in the Paulton Classic last 16 by 3 frames to 1. But since then, we've played against him twice. We beat him in the shootout final. And we also played against him in the International Championship last 16 this year. And beat him by 3 frames to 1. And just to keep remembering the point that if we do go out today, we do lose £64,000 in the rankings. We did win this event in Season 1, won £70,000, and if we go out today, we lose £64,000 in the rankings. So, big match this, and it's going to be very, very tough against John Higgins. I know that John Higgins is a cracking player, and equally, I know that we've got a very good record against him. But even so, it's going to be tricky to beat John today, so we've got to be very much on it. Keep mindful, and there's 16 of us left. Basically, we need to really win this tournament again.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to keep ourselves on the straight and narrow. That's the problem, really, with being in the position we're in, where we won this event in Season 1. The only other ranking event we've won, remember, since then is the final we won against John Higgins in the snooker shootout. We got to the final of the Gibraltar Open as well. But we've never really got to the final of anything massive apart from that. So that's why we're starting to struggle now, particularly in the last 2 years. We got to the final of the International Championship, so I'm going to have a go at this red, but just hit it nice and soft. Good shot. Surprised it ran as far as it did, actually. Interesting. But ultimately, to stay in the top 16, you've got to get to the finals, and we haven't done that often enough, so we're paying for that at the moment. Oh, we've underhit that. The pink will go, makes the pot much harder. To be fair, it's not too bad. I thought we'd have been lucky to avoid pink and black, but to be fair, pink makes itself potable, which is nice. And hopefully we can come off the cushion and line ourselves up for the red that's away from the pack, but this is going to be tricky. No, not at all.
14. Okay,
back up to bulk we go then. We had this problem in the match against Perry, actually, where yes, we won 3-0. Joe Perry didn't get a single pot. Still can't believe that. But we couldn't win frames in one visit. It's very bizarre how that's all of a sudden evaporated. But that being said, a very good safety.
Neil Robertson, 14.
So that's okay. We saw an opportunity. We took it. We got some points. And we put John Higgins in a little bit of a spot of bother. But he's got out of that one fairly well. In fact, he's got out of that one very well. So we'll just try and line this up behind the yellow ball. Obviously avoid the blue. A technique that I've learned in Halborn's videos, the very good tutorials those are, I've checked out some of those, is that it's certainly worth, I mean this is something so obvious but I didn't think of it before. Have a look, I mean it's not made any difference there clearly, but have a look at how much power you need to hit the cushion. And that'll work out how much you come off the cushion if you like, but clearly that didn't work for us there, but it's okay. Plus he'd have the opportunity on the red. I thought he had.
taking the red on.
I mean, it still bewilders me how John Higgins is 5th in the rankings, because he's not really done much in this whole career mode, to be honest.
1.
He won the Tour Championship, but apart from that, again, he's not done anything massive. Gonna follow through here and play for the red to the middle pocket. I think that's the safest option here.
7.
Although it's not the best angle on it. Feeling a little bit rusty here. So play the red, come off the cushion, hopefully line ourselves up, probably for the blue.
Slot this into the middle pocket.
Red's there, good shot, and there we go, nicely off the cushion.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
8.
But John's not in this game, he's not got any yet, so this is nice to see. It's going to be tricky to position for a red after this, you would have thought. So we might as well come all around the table, see what we can do. We've managed to miss all of them apart from one, but that might not be a...
13.
It's a little tempter. Risky though this, because they're not the easiest of pots here. But it's there, good shot. But what's the position like?
14.
Should be okay on something at least. Not going to go for the black, but we've split a few reds up, so that's good. But we're not in our best form. Haven't been all tournament. I don't really know what's going on. We just feels like we're playing, and it's not quite wide up. It's a little bit scrappy. We're always fighting for position. That red's probably the best idea. Against the corner pocket.
It's an easy one, but a half chance.
It's tricky though, this.
That's a
But it's
top
there.
shot. Outstanding
I mean, our potting ability is saving us really at the moment because our position's terrible.
What can he do here?
18.
But let's not beat ourselves up. That's not going to achieve anything, is it? So
this
play the green,
to the right corner.
come off the cushion, and line ourselves up for the red. But I really hope this doesn't go the way that I thought it might. No, we're okay, just. I thought we might line ourselves up behind the green. That's the real risk there. Oh, annoying though that we are right ahead of this because we currently did too much in terms of screwback. So
He's going for it.
tricky shot this,
That's
but it's
a
there.
fabulous
What's the
shot.
position like?
Superb cubal
That's
control
good.
there. Ideal position.
It's not bad at all.
22.
I think I'll elect to play the bulk colour. Go with the green, I think. Let's see. Yeah, there's one that's appeared near the black cushion, so it makes sense to get down there and pot that.
25.
But nothing else goes at the moment, so that's worth considering. Try and position ourselves for the blue. I mean, to be fair, even though
6.
we're not playing brilliantly, we're still getting the breaks, to be honest. So here we are for the blue. Apologies about that little interruption there, if you could tell.
Tremendous shot.
Very well played.
Gonna have to play this awkward red to the middle pocket though. This isn't the most ideal shot in the world.
This red.
It's okay though. This needs to pull up, this needs to pull up. And it just about has. But the problem is, position's going to be very tricky from here, so just going to try and hit this yellow as hard as possible and see what happens.
That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's not on any.
So we've hit the blue. Luckily we've cannoned from the blue to go into the reds, and that's nudged a few reds along, and well, we've left a potting chance for ourselves. Might just be a case of luck here, but still, we're getting on the shots. I'll tell you what, I've got a bit of a
35.
tickly cough coming on, which is a bit concerning, but should be fine. Blue looks tempting, but it's how you get position from that, which worries me.
Lining this one up to the middle pocket.
Hmm. I'm not going to take it on, it's too risky. It'll just be typical, if we miss it, then we'll get brilliant position and John will be in. But if we potted it, we'd get absolutely no position at all. And to be fair,
Shot there.
we've gone with the green, and that's not led to anything better.
38.
So we've not quite got the momentum at the moment. And I do worry about what we do here. It's no simple escape. Get this cue ball safe. I mean, we could have gone for the pot there, but that just wasn't going to work. As long as this cue ball doesn't do that. Wants it to go a lot further
38.
along the table. And this is where the problem comes. John Higgins has got a chance, but it looks like it's just a safety. Maybe didn't fancy his chances at a pot.
Excellent safety shot.
I'll go for a shot to nothing here, why
Easy
not?
one, but a half chance.
Ooh, just misses, but
No, not
to come back up the table, but where's the cue ball going to end up? Actually, that's okay, that's fine. So risky one to take that was, I did think that after I'd hit it. Thought maybe that might have been a bit silly. Oh, he's missed the red. Well, Joe Perry did that, funnily enough, in the last match, and we've very much got away with this. Amazing in this first frame how we're going to really win it just because we've...
taking the red on.
I know it sounds comical, but because we've potted the balls.
Position looks pretty
John
good
Higgins
to me.
just hasn't done anything, has he, at all? That wasn't the best shot in the world at all from John.
6.
But I'm not going to moan. We take the first frame
Nicely
with
done.
that red.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
7.
Cut the black into the middle pocket. Or maybe not. Play the blue. John could still come back and get snookers at this point. That's why I was a little bit wary of that.
Assume he'd take this on.
But with that colour, we're 64 ahead with 51 remaining, so I don't see it now.
Nicely played.
12.
Again, much like the last match against Joe Perry, it's important to just get your eye in, which is exactly what we're doing here.
$13.
That wasn't ideal, didn't want to knock the red on there.
19.
At least we won the frame though, and that won't matter. Let's just knock this red on. Didn't think it was going to pop, but it was worth a go. And that should be the first frame over. But
Neil
to
Robertson
be honest, I think we've got to be a little bit wary now because
defeated.
that wasn't our best snooker. And I feel like there's a lot more to come from John, so we've got to up our game here.
So he's nudged in front.
And to be honest, I think the pressure of
Keep building on the
knowing that we've got to do well in this tournament is not helping at all. That's not a bad break off at all. That will do. So he's snookered. Poor John. I mean, he looks happy as always, but he's left us another opportunity.
poor shot. A really poor shot.
And we need to really be thinking in one visit mentality, in my opinion, here.
Nicely onto the colour.
Try and take the chance. Awkward shot on the black, though. But it's there. It's okay. And either of these two reds will go. Probably the one on the cushion we're probably looking at.
8.
Because we've run a little bit too far to comfortably go for the other red. Just nice and gentle along the cushion.
Tricky pot along the cushion here.
It is tricky, but hopefully the snooker gods will have faith, and it's there.
Oh, fabulous shot.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb.
We'll just open up the reds here. Let's see what happens. It's not great.
Not a great split.
It's not brilliant, but
16.
I could think of it being much worse. So Neil Fald's a little bit grumpy there. I just can't believe how John's bloody character model just keeps smiling. Tricky long pot this,
Taking this red on.
but it's there. Good shot.
Brilliant.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
17.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
Good shot on the blue.
Shot that is.
What a
Another
wonderful
straight pot here makes sense.
20.
Was going to go for on the other side of the table, but
So, this pot into
we
the
didn't
right
quite
corner.
position ourselves well for that. So go for this one, get that out of the way.
No issues there.
Great cueing.
23.
We might have to go for the pink here. We will, yeah. Doesn't hurt to adapt and change your ideas, rather than be stubborn and go for what you were going to go with before. This is a good opportunity, I think. Splitting those few reds has certainly helped our cause. So pink's off its spot now. Not sure where it's gone particularly. It's gone on the yellow spot, but that's going to leave a precarious angle on the black. I'm not going to take it on. I actually might have more faith in this brown. I like a good long pot. Don't need to hit it with too much power as well. Tricky shot,
It
mind.
goes. Half a chance.
Looks okay. Oh, it's just about dropped. Good shot. Position's not great though, which isn't too much of a surprise. It was going to be tricky to get on something here, but does this red go? It certainly does.
Well, it goes. Half a chance.
So, let's give this a go. Do hit this nice and soft off the cushion. Tricky pot though. But it's there. Our potting game's definitely there today, and that's far better position on the black. Yes, it's near to the cushion, but
35.
leaves a far better chance to pot this. It's okay. It's the middle pocket if we want to take it on. I think we will, because just means that we can get down to the black fairly easily. But I think I'll take this back. I don't think we're playing too badly.
43.
We might be getting a little bit lucky, but much like in the Joe Perry game, John Higgins has not registered a pot yet.
He played.
50.
And hopefully this should be a one visit frame, and I think it will be. And these three reds here should all comfortably go. And if those go and we get blacks especially, we're well on our way.
51.
This is why I can't believe John Higgins is
Nicely played on
where he
the
is, to be honest.
58.
He's never seemed to be a player that befits that status. We've always done very well against him anyway. Which, well, that speaks for itself. Just trying to avoid the cannon on these two reds here. That's what I'm trying to line up for, and equally get a good position on the black. But clearly whatever you line up doesn't work. Just the slightest of cannons though on that, but still a tricky pot. That's good though. Good pot from there. Let's play that soft to give the
level of control he was after there.
the ball every chance.
A little.
66.
That's a good shot. Positionally not really there though.
67.
So blue it is, and I think back towards
Just
the black
blue
cushion.
needed now.
And just the blue needed.
Beautiful.
And we've done what we didn't do before.
That should be
We look to have won this frame in one visit.
Opponent to win the frame now.
So we've done very well here.
72.
Can we go and get a century? It's a big confidence booster, I think, this. Really would. Just try and get these balls moving a little. That'll do. Excellent. That was what we were aiming for. So this puts us 2-0 ahead.
Is key.
Best of fives puts us in the best position. Puts John Higgins under a lot of pressure.
81.
And can we
This looks relatively
perform a whitewash? Again, we don't need to look at it before it's over. I'm not concerned about that. Let's just apply this frame by frame. This will be 86.
very important.
87 with the red, 94 with the black. So a red and a blue at least will give us a century. I'll line up this red on the black cushion though. Oh, we've overhit that. It's okay though.
94.
Not a big fan of these. This could go wrong.
Can't see any problems here.
Well, Folds couldn't see any problem.
95.
And now we're on the black. And this for a century. Just line ourselves up to go on the red next time out. And a cracking century. We were looking for a frame in one visit, and that's exactly what we've done.
102.
Excellent stuff.
This needs to be played at the right pace.
So we'll just try and get this full clearance now.
Tremendous pot.
Gonna have to play the blue here to get any position on the yellow.
Long pot. Right up his street.
Still be a very impressive clearance though of, I think, 135 if we could get it, but I don't think that's going to happen now.
108.
Just whack this yellow and hope for the best. No, doesn't look like it's going to happen, but a very good break of 108 there, and that secures the second frame. Shame though, the clearance of 135 with one of our best breaks actually. 140 is our high break in the career mode, but nevertheless,
Frame.
we take a 2-frame lead over John Higgins with just 3 frames as the maximum to go. So here comes John's break off.
Extended his lead, and this will be worrying.
Not being involved at all yet, really.
He's looking pretty good at the moment. This lead is developing nicely.
Thank you. The third frame.
And despite being 2-0 down and needing all 3 frames, John Higgins is a glimmer of light. A happy soul. Good for him, eh?
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
But,
Impressive
well, we might well be in this frame as well. 2 for the price of 1 there, knocked 2 reds in. Saw an opportunity, got the confidence, and sometimes confidence is just what you need. So can we take this opportunity and win a second match in a row? But it's not just against
That's a great pot.
Joe Perry this time, although Joe Perry is a fantastic player. It's not just against Joe Perry this time, it's against John Higgins without the other player registering a single pot. That would be quite an achievement.
5.
And now before you all put it in the comments, I have not put the difficulty down to easy. I wanted to screw that back a little bit more than perhaps I could have done, because I wanted to get on this red and I wasn't exactly sure if we could do. That's why I did that. I'm not exactly confident getting on the black, so I'm just going to
Right corner here.
screw this back towards the middle pocket for the blue.
Quality cueing.
Hit that a little bit harder, which helps to get off the cushion. Excellent.
11.
Well, this looks good. Every ball we pot puts us closer
Played it well.
to a victory here.
16.
So far better chance to get on the black now. And we're just playing with a lot more confidence now. Amazing what winning a few frames can do for you, isn't it? Especially in one visit,
Doesn't want to overhit this.
like the last one.
24.
Not a fan of these shots, but what a man has to do, a man has to do. Those shots can very easily go awry at that sort of pace, but it was okay. Position's better this time round.
32.
Black won't go past the red, so resort to blue or pink. Could go for the black here, but yeah, I don't fancy it. This looks good, doesn't it? This looks very good.
31.
Maybe we shouldn't beat ourselves up, and maybe the pressure is just helping us to
So, this pot into
to
the
get
right
somewhere. Play our best snooker. Even though we thought it wasn't.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
40.
Poor Higgins, eh? Not too bothered about that, though. I like John Higgins, but when we're playing him,
47.
there's only one man I want to win. I think probably best getting on the pink here or the blue. Black's a little bit awkward to get to from there. Whereas the pink is a nice and easy shot. Well, there's no easy shots in snooker, but positionally it's a lot better to line up. Just needs it to come off the cushion, which it has.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch.
I knew he was going to say
Wanted
that.
to better control, really.
I do agree, we have lost it a touch. You have to play on the bulk colours.
Nicely onto the colour.
55.
We'll play the pink here. Tricky shot. Try and cannon the red, see if we can do anything.
right corner.
Oh, ooh, we just about missed the pink, and where's the cue ball going?
He needs to regain his focus here.
Well, I think John Higgins is finally going to get his first pot. We were close to winning it. And finally, John Higgins pots a ball.
1.
So can John Higgins come back in this second frame? It was tight, so he maybe should have gone safe and gone for a bulk colour, potentially. Be a good comeback in this frame, but let's see if he can do it. Seem to remember we've done a few comebacks ourselves against John. 2-0 down, writing our will out effectively, going, well,
Just wants to
you know,
sit
it's
this
all over
in
now.
the left corner pocket.
And then we go and win it 3-2. Can John do that?
14. 21.
Needs to not do the silly AI method and try and get a snooker when he's on a colour. But it looks good at the moment. Just a few more balls and it would have been all over. John will be very much determined to make our job that much harder. So on to the colours now. Nice black, so he's 18 behind
37.
with 27 remaining. So clear the colours and he's back in the match. When it was so very nearly over. And if he does get a frame back, we want to make sure it doesn't break our stride, our focus. Because it's easy for that to happen.
Now, can he drop
You think
this
it's all over, you start getting comfy.
42.
But from that missed pink, this would be a good comeback.
In it goes.
Oh, wonderful shot.
Wonder what he's going to play here. Plays it to the middle pocket. Does very well.
Tremendous shot.
Wonderful shot.
And it will come down to the black. But he's not really positioned on it.
John Higgins, 57.
So pot this and it's match over. And you know what? I think at 2-0 up, we might as well just go for
So,
this.
Just this for the frame.
Ooh, we've missed it. And he's got a potting chance here. Look at that. Well, bit unfortunate that it's come back up for him.
the frame.
And he's going to pot this, and he has. And John Higgins is back in it at 2-1.
That is the frame.
So,
Thank you. The fourth
we continue on.
Neil Robertson to break.
Just shows how a player like John Higgins can punish you. Not in the game at all. We miss one ball, and John's in, wins the frame. Albeit, got a little bit lucky there because he didn't position himself for the black. And being 2-0 up, I thought, well, pot this and it's game over. Could be seen as a potential sticking point, though, if we don't win the game now. But I'll tell you what, he's got away with a stinker there. Really has. Played a terrible shot. But he's got away with it amazingly. Needed that to come a little bit further down, mind you. He can only get to this one ball, I think. So, oh no, he can get to these on the other side, and he's missed them.
Foul and a miss.
Well, foul and a miss will force him to retake that.
Asked his opponent to play again.
And he's missed it.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
No real advantage here, and he's put his opponent in again.
He's finally hit them, but he's potted the cue ball this time.
Robertson, 4.
He's chosen to play on here.
So maybe not all that confident. Maybe he's gone out of it. I thought, to be honest, that we would have a
Playing this with plenty of power.
free miss rule situation. But obviously all the Reds weren't in full view, so that's why that wasn't the case. But that's a cracking split from there. Again, I think sometimes you just got to go for it. That's my style. I think restricting myself and playing the
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner
lovely
pocket.
positional shots just doesn't work.
That's a top shot.
My style is just to whack the balls around, and
Right on top of
aggression works, it seems. Only in snooker, of course. Not in all walks of life.
He's looking for
This
the pot
12-point
into
head
the
start
right
from the free throws will definitely help us.
decent position to take on a colour here.
But the Reds are at our mercy, so if we don't win it this time round, you've got to say I don't know how that's happened at all.
15.
I was going to play that red, but we've butchered that, haven't we? Oh dear. Won by the pink, that is.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
We're okay on the blue.
16.
We can play those tight shots, but again, I've just said that's not really my style. With the balls at our mercy like this, we've got a real chance. Go for this tap into the middle pocket. Just that red fills me with worry.
required here.
But John will be gutted at the end of the day. He did really well to come back into the last frame. I know it's not over yet, but you would imagine it would be with his chance now. But he did really well to come into the last frame, and he blew it with his opening safety.
28.
But I know how that feels. You get into a game and you make one cock up and that's it then. But we're determined to punish him.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
That has to vent to the calendar year, of course.
Wonderful shot.
So if John does get knocked out here, then his next event will be the Daffabet Masters. A title, remember, we are defending. Remember, we're not defending this title. It's easy to think that we are, but we're just defending our prize money from 2 years ago. But we are defending the Dafabet Masters, so that'll be an interesting
Centre pocket here.
tournament when we get to it.
That's a top shot.
Wonderful pot.
And it wasn't really a long time ago we were doing that. It was probably about January this year, I think, the start of this year, in real life at least. Because it was around about the time of the Masters, I think, in real life. But I'd like this event to go on a little while longer. I can wait for the Masters.
Nicely on the blue.
And should get through, we'll have obviously 2 episodes for each match. If they are long enough. I think it's best of 7 though, isn't it, for the next round? Not entirely sure. I did look at the end of last episode and I've completely forgotten already.
47.
This red does pass the yellow. Well, we got close last frame, so we've just got to make sure that we do it this time. Don't be fooled by the 65. Obviously, that's 12 additional points from the fouls. But there's still the same amount of balls on the table.
54.
Just helps when we get down to the lower amounts. In terms of when there's just the colours available, for example.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Good shot.
Beautifully done.
Our potting game's been pretty good today.
Really looks in fine form at the moment.
Apart from that pink, which, again, one miss. Can't exactly cut ourselves up about it. We just need the red. And we've got it this time. And it looks like it's curtains for John Higgins. Great comeback in frame 3. And it could have been match on again.
60.
And even though he's lost, John Higgins is happy. You just can't get the smile off that man's face.
That effectively removes any chance of a comeback in this match.
66.
But we've played well. If we can continue this into the next round, we should have a good chance.
67.
Try and get on a red here, but it'll be tough.
Well, an excellent pot.
It's okay though.
73. $74.
Just up and down the table, I suppose.
On to the right middle. That's a beauty.
This doesn't look bad at all. Might not happen though. Just depends whether this red passes the other one.
80.
Which it does. We could somehow wriggle a ton here, you know. I don't think we will. Oh, well. We played that at suction angle. It didn't get past, but John Higgins will shake hands with us now. And a cracking match, and we're through to the last day at the Scottish Open.
Neil Robertson.
He's through to the quarterfinals.
I think we've mastered that last 16 stage now. Apart from the Champion of Champions, we got through in the International Championships, at least, I think. Yeah, it was John we played there. Got through here and at the UK's, but it's about mastering that next round now, that quarter-final round. So let's find out who we face in the quarter of the Scottish Open. I haven't played Mark Selby for a while. Might be tempting fate here. We did play him in the final in Season 1. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Best of 9 frames in the quarter-final against Mark Williams. We've got a good record against Mark Williams, though. Of course, not so long ago, we played him in the Shanghai Masters, that fantastic best of 19, where we beat him by 10 frames to 9. We have lost against him since, though, in the European Masters. Was it the European Masters? Must have been. Yes, in the semi-final there. But we have got a chance here, just to show you the rankings. If we do this, win this event, we'll pretty much stay where we are. But we'll avoid anybody else. Well, I suppose people could go above us if they do particularly well and did badly the year before. But if we go out here, you know, we'll lose 60k. So we could fall as far down as 14th. But John Higgins has gone again, so you know, he's not doing the best here. It's the top 4 that are very much dominating at the moment. Ronnie O'Sullivan won the UK's, which helped him out a lot. Was it? No, it wasn't the UK. Sorry, it was the Northern Ireland Open. But a match-up against Mark Williams in the quarterfinal. That'll be coming next episode. I'll do 2 episodes. The first 4 frames in the next episode, and then the remaining frames in the episode after that. But if you've enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like. It really helps the videos do well on the channel. Leave a comment on your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular snooker content on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on a Sunday. But until the next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.